Alrighty, I went ahead and punched my holes in this piece. I am going to glue it on here and then punch them through the back. Shouldn't have to hit so hard since I'm not going through as much leather. At least that's the theory, dude. Now this one wound up just a touch long. So I'm going to go ahead and just nip that touch right off of there. And I'm going to I've got my wing divider set at 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to go ahead and scribe a line. 1/8 of an inch. And that's so I can properly guide my tool. I'm going to start down in the corner. I'm just going to make some little marks here so I can see how everything's going to line up. That should be about just right. Little beeswax. Notice I'm not wailing away on this either. Because you don't need to. Do the same thing here. Alright, and I'm going to go through the same process as when I put the pockets together to put it on the back. So I'm just going to set it on there, make my marks, sand to the marks, and I'll get it glued up and punch my holes and we'll be back. I didn't think you needed to see me punch the rest of the holes, so I went ahead and did it. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I did punch one hole past the top of my pocket, and I'm going to go down to the hole that's on the pocket so I can get a good heavy binding stitch. I went about 4 times the length all the way around the project, so hopefully that will be plenty of thread. That top one is just a round hole. And then off we go. Not pulling real tight. And again, I just poke the needle through, gives me a guide. Gosh. Sounds like my wife let the dogs out. So I'll be back in a little bit as soon as I'm done stitching here. Alright, I'm getting near to the end. Hopefully everything's in camera. I got my one hole that I dropped off the top. Should have had my pliers out. Now I'm just going to back stitch just a couple. Take my scissors, trim it close. My lighter isn't where it belongs. Then we'll just, there's other ways to end your stitch. You can tie a square knot on the inside, and I just kind of like that. Stitching looks pretty good. Hammer that down. So you can kind of see what I meant by blowing out the holes a little. I just ran in there with the stitching chisel just far enough to poke the teeth through. But stitches look pretty good. I should actually be using a lighter thread for this. But the 0.8 is about the smallest I've got. I had some 0.6, I ran out, just haven't got any yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll show you how I'm going to treat the edges and take care of that. So we'll be back in a little while.